Christian, do you play a lot of video games?
No, but I have one game that I play like when I'm like bored or just kind of want to do nothing.
Like what?
It's called Total War Attila. It's really sick. It's a strategy game.
Does it like help with any like muscle memory, or like is it just like for fun?
No, I wouldn't say so. It's literally just for fun.
Okay.
I'm conquering Europe right
Oh, nice. Do you think video games are beneficial, and how so?
Well, I know that the Army has some programs that my uncle told me about where they actually train some soldiers using video games for certain situations and stuff. But other than that, I don't really know. I've heard about studies where it's actually more harmful than good.
Okay. Do you use Quizlet?
Occasionally.
Do you find that it helps you like improve test scores when you do use it?
No, not really. I'm not really much of a just flat out memorize it kind of person. Usually it helps me like what I usually do to study is like really work on understanding the concept or the word or something.
So when do you use Quizlet? Like for what subject?
One time I used it for a yoga midterm where I memorized the names of a whole bunch of different poses.
Okay.
Do you use Twitter? Why or why not?
No, I don't actually even have an account.
Why not?
Because I've made 3 accounts and Twitter is really confusing for me to use. And I've also been working on going on social media a lot less. Like I barely go on Instagram anymore.
That's awesome. Why is that?
Because I just realized I was sitting on my butt a lot, just looking through pictures. Or I know I read this article online talking about how we see a whole bunch of other people's really good parts of their lives, and then we kind of get jealous or feel like really bad about ours. So I've been working on that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Reader, do you play a lot of video games?
I do.
What do you play?
FIFA and Call of Duty.
Why do you play FIFA?
It helps with my soccer mentality.
Good. Do you think video games are beneficial, and how so?
Yes and no. Yes, because you can learn things that you don't learn in the real world.
And no.
And no, because it can fry brain cells.
That's a good, valid point, Reader. Do you use Quizlet?
Actually, I do a lot. I make my own flashcards, and it actually it improves my test grades.
Okay, thank you.
Do you use Twitter? Why or why not?
Sometimes.
Why?
I just like to look at the videos and stuff when I'm bored.
How often do you find yourself on Twitter or social media in general?
Oh, every day.
Would you be willing to give up your Twitter account ever? Why or why not?
Yes, I would, because Twitter means nothing to me, so I wouldn't be sad if I lost it or gave it away.
Have you ever witnessed cyberbullying on Twitter, or have you found you being involved in it?
I've bullied people. Do not put that.
Involved in it.
I have seen bullying on Twitter before. In high school, there's drama all the time. Never got into it or anything. Kind of stayed away.
Good. Hi, May. Do you play a lot of video games?
Not so much in college.
Did you play a lot back home?
Yes,
What
high
did-
school a lot.
Okay, what did you play?
Mostly shooting games.
Did you find them like beneficial, or did you just like play them for fun?
I played them for fun. In a sense, I noticed that like problem-solving skills it kind of did help a little bit. Like like increase your reaction time. You kind of I don't know. I did read occasionally that it like helps you anticipate certain things.
So you think
yeah.
video games are beneficial in a way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way.
Okay. Do you use Quizlet at all?
No.
No? Okay. We're good. Thank you.
Do you use Twitter? Why or why not?
I do on occasion. Not so much now, just because I'm not interested in it as much as before.
Okay. How often do you find yourself on Twitter or social media in general?
In general, social media, probably a good 10 minutes out of every hour.
Wow. Okay. Would you be willing to give up your Twitter account ever? Why or why not?
Yes, I would give it up just because I don't use it as much as before.
Okay. And last question. Have you ever witnessed cyberbullying on Twitter or have found you being involved in it?
I've witnessed it many times, especially on Twitter. That's the one where I mostly notice it.
Okay. And what are your thoughts on it?
It's kind of just stand back and see what's going on. Usually, I never know the situation behind it, so I don't know where people are coming from certain things. So it's kind of you just read things. You're like, wow, okay, so something's going on there, but I'm gonna keep myself out of it.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Cool.
Kaylin, do you play a lot of video games?
No, I do not.
Can I ask you why you don't play video games?
Yes, you can. I don't play a lot of video games because I don't find them entertaining. They're time suck, and I don't know, they're not my form of entertainment.
So what are your form of entertainment?
Typically Netflix, Pinterest, things I can look at, things I guess inspire me. I like looking at blogs online or articles, things that have to do with like People Magazine.
Can I ask you if you use Quizlet?
Yes, I do use Quizlet, but I often just Google things and Quizlet pops up and I use other people's Quizlet.
So does that help you like with your tests and stuff, or is like that more beneficial for you, or is just like memorizing and studying off of like flashcards?
I learn best through writing my own note cards, but when I'm in a like tight situation where I don't have a lot of time, I find it's easiest just to use other people's, because majority of the time you can find it online.
Okay, thank you.
Do you use Twitter? Why or why not?
I do not use Twitter. I don't really try, but I just have limited social media because I don't really have an interest in it. I find it annoying when I talk to other people and they're so invested in their phones. And I'm just not interested in it.
So, have you ever heard of cyberbullying on Twitter or any social media in general?
Yes, I've heard.
What are your thoughts on it?
Of course, I think it's easy for people to pick on other people, especially when they're not face to face. People can't stand up for themselves. I think it's unfair.
Brandon, do you play video games?
Yes, I do.
What do you play?
Mostly like Call of Duty or like sports games like Madden or like
Okay.
NBA.
Do you find them like helping you beneficially in anything, or do you just like kind of play them for fun?
I just play 'em for fun, be competitive with my friends in the dorms.
Okay.
You know, hang out.
Do you use Quizlet at all?
Yes.
Yes. Do you notice like if that helps you more on your test scores than you would like to normally study?
Yes, it would.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you use Quizlet? Like, do you make the flashcards?
No, I usually just look up like questions that would be like my teacher will give me a study guide and there'll be questions. And I'll just look them up online and the Quizlet will pop up.
Okay.
With like all of them.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Do you use Twitter? Why or why not?
Yes, just to be connected with my like hometown friends and all my friends here.
Okay. How often do you find yourself on Twitter or social media in general?
Probably like 5 times a day, let's say.
5 times a day. Yeah. Would you be willing to give up your Twitter account ever? Why or why not?
Yes, and if there was like money or something, yeah, that'd be
Money
that'd be a
involved?
reason. Yeah.
But it's not that important to you?
No.
Have you ever witnessed cyberbullying on Twitter or have found yourself being involved in it?
No, I don't think so.
No drama or anything?
Well, yeah, like drama, but I don't think like bullying.
Okay.
I consider.
All right. Thank you.
Elise, do you play a lot of video games?
Not really.
Can I ask you why?
I don't actually have the time. I'm very busy. I watch Netflix.
If you did have time, like, do you think you would play video games because you think like they're beneficial, or
Oh,
no?
yeah.
What kind of video games do you think you'd play?
The fun ones.
Alright, Elise. Do you use Quizlet at all?
Oh, yeah, I use it every day.
Do you think it helps you a lot, or do you...
It's the only reason I'm passing anatomy right now. Only reason.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you use Twitter? Why or why not?
Yes, I do. It's really fun and it's entertaining.
Okay. How often do you find yourself on Twitter or social media in general? Everything.
Like every 10 minutes. Honestly, I love Twitter.
Would you be willing to give up your Twitter account ever? Why or why not?
I guess. I need like a decent reason. I wouldn't just like, I'm done. I'd have to like get something out of it.
Witnessed cyberbullying on Twitter or have found yourself being involved in it?
Yes.
So what do you see that people are
I definitely see
saying?
people like always like tearing people down on Twitter. It's just not very nice.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.